Communication is one of my greatest strengths, and I'm fortunate because effective communication typically comes easy for me. But overconfidence can be a blind spot, and unless I focus on avoiding communication mistakes, my abilities can turn into weaknesses. Alexis Kanda Olmsted talks about the gender disparities in leadership and the struggles that many women face as they balance trying to be a good leader and a good woman. I'm fortunate that I've had work environments and personal environments that celebrate strong, articulate, determined, and opinionated women. I recognize the importance of psychological safety, and with a high personal tolerance for risk, I find psychological safety where others don't. And as a result, I'm comfortable and confident in many situations, fearless in offering my thoughts and opinions. This confidence and engagement allows me to have a strong employee voice. I freely offer discretionary communication of my ideas. I love to be engaged and part of, if not the center of, the conversation. The strength in this is that my voice is heard, and often my voice is powerful. Those around me know what I think and where I stand. I'm persuasive and influential. I have a wide power range. Adam Galinsky encourages those who need to expand their power range to seem powerful in their own eyes and think about others seeing them as having power. I recognize my own power, and I understand the power that others perceive me to have. The problem is when that power becomes overpowering. Being heard isn't enough in communication, and that's where my weaknesses come in. Speak more, listen less, that can be me. Confidence is a great communication tool, and being psychologically safe enough to not only share, but to initiate the sharing, that can be a valuable part of team dynamics. But it can also hinder team communication. While I'm always willing to share my ideas first, when I do so, and when I do so with great confidence, I have the tendency to stifle others' communication. They defer to me and assume that what I have presented is the best idea, and then they shut down. They opt not to use their employee voice, but to keep their discretionary communication to themselves. And over time, this begins to undermine their psychological safety. My enthusiasm and passion and willingness to share comes across as a lack of openness or interest in their thoughts and ideas. My communication style is strongest in communication with an action orientation and communication with a people orientation. I doubt the action part surprises you. I'm direct and results oriented. But actually, my primary communication style is a people oriented style. The relationship matters, and creating an environment of psychological safety for those around me is important to me. This focus helps moderate my communication and results in my deliberate holding back to allow room for others to share ideas. I have literally had to bite my tongue as an inner monologue reminds me to wait, to pause, to listen. My employee voice is only an effective communication tool if it doesn't drown out other employee voices. One specific step that I employ to self-regulate my contributions is to prioritize my sharing. In an effort not to dominate conversation, I deliberately think about whether my idea deeply enhances the conversation or whether I should hold back, stay quiet, and wait for the opportunity to share my very best ideas. Whether in listening, I can truly communicate what I want to share with the people around me.